Most students treat literary theory as a frightening list of names: Saussure, Barthes, Derrida, Marx, Freud, Showalter, Said. So they leave it last or quietly skip it. And that's the wrong way to begin. Theory and criticism run right through UGC NET paper, and it's the most predictable material on it, which makes it some of the easiest to score because the exam never asks you to invent theory. It asks you to recognize the family, which school, which thinker, which term. Skip it, and you are handing away marks that are almost built to be won. So, let me give you the one idea that makes all of it click. Two people read the same text and find different meanings in it. That isn't confusion, that's theory at its simplest. Literary theory gives you a different ways of asking what a text means and how it makes that meaning. Write this line down because it carries the whole series. Theory is a way of asking better questions of a text, and one quick distinction that the exam itself tests is theory is not the same as criticism. Theory gives you concepts and the methods. Criticism applies them to a particular text. On the syllabus, they are even separate units. Keep them apart, and you have already gained an edge. Now, let me show you what different questions actually mean. I'll use a story you already know, Cinderella. So, the only new thing is the lens, not the plot. One story, three lenses. One lens, Marxist. Now, the story is about a class, a girl worked for free, then lifted out of poverty, but only by marrying into a wealth she could never earn. The question who owns, who works, and who holds the power? Lens 2, Feminist. Now it's about gender. A woman whose rescue depends on a man whose worth is dress and a shoe. Set another woman as rivals. The question, how does this text handle gender and power? And whose story gets told? Lens 3, Psychoanalytic. Now it's about the mind, a dead mother, a wish, a transformation that vanishes at midnight. The question, what hidden desires is this story acting out? Same story, three readings, nothing changed, but the question you asked. That's theory in 90 seconds. If that just made sense, the subscribe is free, and this Friday we put a real text under exactly those lenses, Orwell's 1984. Now the map. How many lenses are there? Enough to fill unit of those papers, but don't memorize a list. Group them. 4 families, 4 questions. Family 1, the text itself, formalist and new critical approaches. Their questions, what does the text do in its language, its structure, its images? Family 2, language, structuralism and the post-structuralism. Saussure, Barthes, Derrida, their question, how does a language make meaning? And can that meaning ever be pinned down? Family 3, suspicion, Marxist, Feminist, Psychoanalytic, post-colonial. Their question, what power is working underneath? Class, gender, desire, empire. And family 4, reader and the world. Reader response theory, new historicism, and more recent approaches like postmodernism, eco-criticism, and queer theory. Their question, who makes the meaning? The reader. The moment in history, the culture, 4 families, 4 questions. That is the whole map. Learn theory by its question and it stops being a list to fear. So how does UGC NET turns this into marks? Recognition. It gives you a term and asks the school, a concept and asks the thinker, signifier and signified, Saussure, structuralism, the suburban, Spivak, post-colonialism, interpolation, Althusser, Marxism, So study every school the same way. Its question, its thinkers, its key terms, its major text, school, question, thinker, term. That's your template for the whole series. And here is proof it works. I have put more than 40 solved UGC NET papers free on vishwanathbite.com. Every theory question worked out. Go and pattern match them. Now let's do 8 questions. They start easy, they don't stay easy. Pause if you want to try before I answer. Question 1. Structuralism. The school built on Freudian Saussure. The school built on Saussure and his idea of the sign, the signifier, and the signified. See the name Saussure and you have placed the school. Question 2. Death of the author. That's Rolla Barthes. His point isn't simply the reader decides. It's that we shouldn't lock a text's meaning to its author or author's intention. Once the writer stops being the final authority, the text opens up. Question 3. Deconstruction. That's Derrida. And the key term is difference. The idea, meaning is never fully present, always deferred. So, difference, think Derrida. Question 4. Match the term to the thinker. Orientalism, Edward Said. The subaltern, Gayatri Spivak. Hybridity, Homi Bhabha. All 3 post-colonial theory. Swap whose terms is whose and the marks gone. Question number 5. Both true, assertion and reason. Feminist criticism studies how literature handles gender, power. And Elaine Showalter's gynocriticism focuses specifically on women as writers. The reason sharpens the assertion. Question 6. Interpellation. That's the Louis Althusser, Marxist theory. The idea that ideology helps us into the roles. Everyone remembers the Marx. The mark is in Althusser. Question number 7. Careful. This one's a trap. The objective correlative is T.S. Eliot's idea, and it belongs to criticism, not to literary theory. The exams keep those apart. Criticism in one unit and theory in another. Knowing which side a name sits on is itself a mark. Here is a sentence you can write. Eliot's objective correlative is a set of objects or events used to evoke a specific emotion. And question 8. The one good student still gets wrong. Which comes first? Structuralism, post-structuralism, and what is the real difference? Structuralism comes first. It studies language as a system you could map. Post-structuralism challenges that. It argued that the system never fully holds still, that meaning keeps slipping. Get that order and that difference and you are ahead of most of the room. So step back. What is literary theory really? It isn't a way of making text more complicated. It's a way of seeing what a text is already doing. Its assumptions, its power, its desire. Remember a formula. Theory is way of thinking or asking better questions of a text. Ask better questions and reading turns into a thinking. For your MA, that's how you build an argument. That's actually you. For UGC NET, it's most patterned, most scoreable material on the paper. Once you stop fearing it, same understanding underneath, learn lenses once, and they serve you everywhere. And that's the point of today. Think of this as the map, episode 0 of the full theory series. From next week, we take these schools one at a time. Where each one come from? Its key thinkers, its key terms, its major text, and exactly how the exam tests it. One school, one question, one thinker, one term at a time. Here is my question for you. Pick one text you love, name the lens you would read it through, and give me one reason why in the comments. I read them because once you have the lenses, you never read the same way again. Next Wednesday, we start with the schools. Everything else is built on. So, structuralism, Saussure to Barthes. And this Friday, Orwell 1984, Under the Lens. Subscribe to Literary Rights and let's build this properly. This is Dr. Vishwanath Bite, one great text at a time. See you in the next video. Bye.